I'm going to try to get through this video as maturely and sanely as possible. I'd been talking about wanting to do um, a video, but I'm going to have to wait till my daughter gets off her lunch break. So I'll be back. I was thinking about it today. I was probably thinking about it a lot more than just today, but in January, this past month, um, we were able to rent this little house. It was my daughter's friend's house or they were renting it, and before that, her grandfather rented it, and for years and years. But they were moving, and my daughter and I had the opportunity to move into this house, and the rent's fairly cheap. It's $500 a month. Um, the only thing is that the day we moved in, my car broke down, and it's sitting right there. Been sitting there since the day we moved in, like January 6th or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's not even really my point. My point was that nobody ever talks about how good things that happen to you can have a negative impact on you too. And I think that's from PTSD. The things we've been through, not only losing my spouse, my daughter's father, but also just, being homeless, dealing with homelessness. I never thought, and I'm not talking about we didn't have a home, we couch surfed, we didn't know, we slept in the car the first few nights, and um, then we got a tent. We got a little tent. A friend gave me a tent. We stayed in that tent on a friend's property. And then we decided to get a bigger tent. It was what we could afford. And we didn't. I mean, people think if you could buy a tent and all this other stuff, why couldn't you? Well, first of all, housing around here is not for shit. And then minimum wage is the average pay in this area, and so we were dealing with, not we couldn't afford that rent. We couldn't afford the rent that anybody had. We couldn't go through the credit check and all that. We don't have enough of anything. So we got a bigger tent, and we stayed on a different friend's property, and we had a whole setup out there. But it is never ideal, especially in the winter. um, when we had the smaller tent last year, I think it was down to like 19 degrees, and we woke up one morning. We were both working. We both had full-time jobs. Um, just didn't pay very well. So we woke up in the little tent when it was 19 degrees last year, and my daughter said, I can't do this anymore. So we were pulling resources into renting a room. And people will try to simplify it who have not been there. It's not as easy as saying if you can rent a room, you could rent a house. It's not the same. It is no longer, especially in our area. The guy at the hotel that we were staying at, he gave us a discount if we rented multiple days. So we would try to pool our money. Some days we would sleep in the car. Some days when I worked overnight shift, my daughter would come and sleep on the couch in one of the TV rooms where I worked. And so, we had ways around it. We would pool our money, and when we had enough to rent for like a week, that's what we would do. The guy was giving us a really good discount. And so it was a place to lay our heads, but it was also consuming all of our money. I mean, one of us was paying for the room, the other was buying groceries and, gas and making the car payment and doing all that. And so we were drained, and we just upgraded to a big tent. But that's not my point. I mean, my point is what I'm dealing with now is the anxiety of it all coming crashing down again. And I think I've feared that since Julian died. We were buying a mobile home. We owed 6 payments on it. It was $250 a month, 6 payments. Unfortunately, the mobile home was not in our name. It had belonged to his cousin, and her husband passed away in an automobile accident. And she wanted us to take over the mobile home payments, and it was her land, and it's just a big convoluted bunch of shit. But as soon as he died, she took me to small claims court to get her damn trailer back, get her shit back, whatever her, after we'd paid on it for years and years, and we almost had it paid off. And Julian remodeled it, and so we lost that home, and that hurts. It hurts to look at those photos because even if it was a trailer, a mobile home, we were building something for our children. My husband was an excellent carpenter. That little trailer would have been a house by now. But, I'm just like get in this constant state of when's the ball going to drop? What's going to happen now? What are we going to have to deal with next? And it's never a relaxed state of things are doing so much. I mean, it lasted about a week or two. I felt really good. I was a little Betty homemaker. I was cleaning the house and baking and doing sewing videos, and I just had my stride about me. I was just going with it. And then I started worrying, and I haven't stopped since. And I'm not on drugs, y'all. I have not slept. I'm trying today. What I'm trying to do is stay awake, and then maybe go to bed tonight and possibly get some sleep. But I can't keep doing this. I called my doctor back in November, and I said, I seriously need a mental health referral. I need to see somebody. And I was told that they didn't have any, that I had to see my primary care doctor first, and then she would refer me. And she didn't have anything available until the end of February. And this was in November. She said, but you can call back every morning at about 8:30 and see if we got anything open. And then I was like, well, that's a lot to call every morning. I ain't even busy. But then the car broke down, and I thought, well, it's just not going to happen anyway. There's no taxis here. I mean, you can call an Uber, but you're going to break the bank getting one in this rural area to take you 10 miles down the road. I'm mentally exhausted. This is the nicest house that we've been in since Julian died. We've lived in a lot of shitholes. We've dealt with a lot of shit. This is a nice little house, and I want to be able to enjoy it and relax and know that everything's going to be okay. But I'm not there. I'm not there. I just, some days I just want to just pull my own fucking hair out. I have such a creative mind, but I also have a very tormented mind, and it's hard to have good days because you don't trust the good days. And that's where I'm at right now. And I'm unburdening myself on the internet because I don't give a fuck anymore. And I'm 54. Someday, maybe a grandchild or somebody, a great grandchild, will find this video. And just one other thing. I have just been in such a panic state. I don't want to be in this position anymore. I don't want to feel so urgently like I need to do something. And I just want everything to go okay. I just want to make it. I just want to do all right. Julian was a very happy soul, a very, just, most people that met him loved him, just loved him instantly. And he had such a joy and a happiness about him. Even when he drank, he was never ever a mean or hateful drunk. He didn't start fights. He was loving and funny, and he loved to dance. And I have not experienced that kind of joy since December 20th, 2011. And I'm too tired to be tired anymore. I want good things to happen. And I was going to go through, I took notes. I went on the internet and I've got all kinds of statistics and information about widowhood. I will talk about that in an upcoming video, a little more detailed. It's just, I'm so tired right now. I've not slept since yesterday morning. So I'm exhausted, but I'm trying to force myself to stay awake so that maybe I can go to sleep. I have tried Z-Quil, everything. I've tried over-the-counter sleep aids. The THC method is nothing is working for me. I need to rest. I need to rest my mind and my body and my soul. I will come back at a later time and talk to you about my notes on widowhood. For now, this is just my video diary. That's public. I got no shame. We all go through things. We deserve to know and understand that other people know and understand what we're going through. And absolutely the most detrimental thing that has happened to me in my life was losing my twin flame, my soulmate, my life partner. And I am just not functioning right. I should be happy. I should be happy that we're in this cute little house, but all I do is worry. So anyway, that's me. Peace out. Bye-bye.